Hey guys, it's Harry Heck Jr. Back from a long hiatus. Just been busy working, trying to save up that dough, that cheddar, so I can get all these cool DVDs and Blu Rays. I've been trying to hook up my my entertainment setup. I just got what's it called, God, what are they called? Those chairs, those gaming chairs. I got a brand new gaming chair. God, I forgot the name of it, but anyways, I've been hooking that up. Black Friday's coming, so I'm planning to get a 4K TV. I want to get the 60-inch Vizio. I've heard good reviews. There's a site called ratings.com. It's RTINGS.com, and it's they have a sort of rating reviews for different like TVs and so on and so forth. And they rated the Vizio 60-inch and just I guess it's the M series, the series of the brand new series of televisions they have come out. These 4K TVs, they've been rated pretty good, especially for gaming and movies and stuff like that. So that's going to be coming in around Black Friday. Definitely going to get that. So let's get started, guys. All right, first up is, this actually came in yesterday. We have Evil Dead. This is the 25th anniversary edition. Awesome. I love Evil Dead. I've been watching the brand new series that's premiered on Stars. Amazing. Definitely true to the Evil Dead franchise. I mean, you have Sam Raimi. He directed the first episode. I think he's like the executive producer for the entire series. The show got picked up for a second season on Stars, so that's big time. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's some characters I don't like personally, but Bruce Campbell, he outshines them all. He's holding it down, staying true to the franchise, and I love it. So definitely check out that TV series. It's Ash versus the Evil Dead. Anyways, back to this. We have Evil Dead is 25th anniversary edition, chock full of stuff. Special features include audio commentary by Bruce Campbell, Scott Spiegel, Sam Raimi, and special makeup effects director or artist Greg Nicotero. Next you have The Dead by Dawn. This is the filmmaker. He basically reflects on the long journey in the sequel to reach the silver screen. After that, you have Chosen Ones. It's interviews with the actors such as Bruce Campbell, Sarah Berry, Danny Hicks, Ted Raimi, Casey Wesley, and Richard Delmere. After that, you have Madman Sam. The cast crew reflect on working with legendary director Sam Raimi. Dead effects. Look at the film's insane makeup effects with creators Mark Shostrom, Greg Nicotero, Howard Berger, Robert Kurtzman, Shannon Shea, and others. After that, you have Reanimated, animators Doug Beswick, Tom Sullivan, Rick Catazone, detailed the extensive stop-motion work from the film. Also to mention, if you watch the Evil Dead franchise, the Evil Dead, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, the TV series, they have a mix of special effects, CG, and practical effects. So that's a good reason to get up on the show. Definitely check it out. Alright, move back on. We have Method to Madness. Close look at the cinematography and production design, along with the cast and crew's memories of some of the most memorable moments on set. Rosebud, and we got a lot of stuff going on here. Grab it. If you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of good practical effects, these guys, they started the trend as far as, doing good practical effects for these horror movies. Sam Raimi and his team, they stood true even today, with not just, pounding people with all this CGI effects, going back to the old school methods. Love it. Check it out. Evil Dead 2. It's probably there's two of them. So there's Evil Dead, the first one, there's the second one, and then there's Army of Darkness. It's hard. it's a hard toss up between it's between Army of Darkness and Evil Dead 2. I think I would have to go with Evil Dead 2 because it still holds up, man. Those effects, it's creepy. It's creepy. It's really good. All right, moving on. All right, next we have a double feature Blu-ray set. This is Dante's Peak and Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. Awesome. What do you call them? Disaster film. Two awesome disaster films. Dante's Peak, definitely one of my favorites because they, back to the Evil Dead, you know, practical effects. They're using practical effects. It was shocking to see the behind the scenes footage in Dante's Peak. They had miniature sets, which is weird because I remember watching this movie way back in the day when I was like super young, and to me it looked real. It still holds up now. Miniature effects and all that stuff. Really good disaster film. Pierce Brosnan, my Bond. He's still carrying it strong. And we also have Linda Hamilton from gosh, where was she from? Terminator, right? So yeah, awesome. Next one we have Sylvester Stallone, Daylight. Pretty good film. Pretty good disaster film. Little different take. It's basically about these people who are trapped under this. I guess it's like a submerged bridge. That's sort of underwater. I forgot the city where it takes place, but yeah, really good disaster film. Stallone kills it, still holding strong. Love this movie as well. Got an awesome deal on this. This was I think it went for like $10. Two films, $10. I wanted them both. So this kind of worked out. So let's get on to special features because, you know, sometimes when it comes to these double packs, you really don't know if they have special features or, you know, or just, you know, bare bone minimums because sometimes they put them on, actually they'll put them on one disc, but in this case, they actually have both discs here. So let's go into special features, bonus features. We'll start with Dante's Peak. We have Getting Close to the Show, the making of Dante's Peak, really good. That is a long sort of documentary on how they made the film. Next you have a commentary by the director Roger Donaldson and production designer Dennis Washington, and then you have the theatrical trailer. Bare bones on somewhat on that Dante's Peak, but that documentary, Getting Close to the Show, is pretty lengthy. And I don't even think I finished it up because it was that long. So you get a lot of stuff in there. Moving on, Daylight, you have the making of Daylight, the music video Whenever There Is Love, Daylight Archives, feature commentary with director Rob Cohen, featurettes, and theatrical trailers. I haven't seen the bonus features for Daylight, but it's pretty hefty, especially for a double pack here. So definitely glad to see it on Blu-ray. Still holds up. Yeah, I actually watched this for the first time, Daylight, but it was awesome. Stallone's in it, so it's gonna be awesome. But Dante's Peak, man, good memories. One of the first disaster films I actually watched when I was a kid, so really awesome. No. All right, next one we have here. This was kind of funny because I sort of found it. I had purchased it like probably a year ago. I had bought like a bulk bunch of, you know, cheap DVDs from this discount store, and for some reason I just lost this particular film, Beer Fest. Yes, and surprisingly enough, I was looking around my car and it just popped up. So this puppy's been missing for, I would say, about a year. I don't know why. I have a small car too, so I'm not sure why it just like vanished completely, but I found it. This is the anyways, back to this. This is the DVD Beer Fest, completely, totally unrated. Beer Fest, awesome. The group here, what are they called? Ah, man. The comedy group. I cannot remember their name. I love these guys. What is that comedy group called? If any of you guys can just give me a heads up on Broken Lizard. There we go, Broken Lizard, the comedy group. This is one of those films out of their whole entire collection, because there's Beer Fest, there's Club Dread, there's Slammin' Salmon, there's Super Troopers, classic. I would say out of all of them, Beer Fest is my favorite one, which is crazy because everybody loves Super Troopers, but Super Troopers is cool, but I love Beer Fest. Beer Fest is my favorite one out of them. So great film, funny, good times, man. So let's get on to the special features real quick. Full-bodied, deleted scenes. Let me know. Deleted scenes. Okay, it's full body and full babed. Okay, okay. Party foul. Fierce stories of the cast and filmmakers' most outrageous alcohol-related mishaps. Beer 101, dive into the history of beer with Jay and the Lizards. Frog Fluffer, meet the man behind the green goo. Commentaries, 2 tracks featuring the director and the Lizards, subtitles and all that other stuff. So pretty hefty. Definitely glad I own. Got it for a good deal. These are like the DVD pack that I bought at this discount store. It was like $2 a set, and they were used, but it's awesome. So good movie. Definitely, if you haven't seen Beer Fest, do your favor, get a pint, and watch this film. You're gonna have some good laughs. All right, so let's move on. I'm kind of wondering if I should do this. Video games. You know what? I'm gonna do it. All right, so I got Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight. Beat the entire, all the missions, and still got more to do. I'm terrible with these games, man. I'll beat the entire, I'll beat all the main missions, and then even if they're like side missions and side stories and stuff, I'll just beat the main missions, and just put it aside. So this one, I beat the main missions, and I just haven't gotten back to it. So many games coming out. Oh my gosh, this entire season, November right now, is going to be crazy. You got Fallout 4 coming out. That's on its way tomorrow. What else? What else? I'm trying to get Star Wars Battlefront 3. Definitely gonna get that. And then was in December you have also you have Call of Duty came out. Kind of holding off from getting that. Nothing wrong with Call of Duty. Just there's no need for me to get it right away. So moving on, December you have what else? What did she have coming? Just Cause 3 looks beautiful. I've seen some of the trailers, gameplay footage, gorgeous. It's gonna look beautiful on that 4K TV, people. Can't wait. I'm gonna go broke too. We're back to the game. Arkham Knight, really good. The whole Rocksteady, Batman, games that they've been, shelling out have been just awesome. I think I skipped two. I skipped the one before this one. But I had gosh, what was it called? That Arkham Asylum. I had that. That was the first one I got. Loved it. The combat system. That first one set the tone for the rest of them. And this one right here holds up. Graphics are beautiful. Story is great. A lot of cool new gadgets. They've introduced the new Batmobile. Really cool. Looks like the one from was it Batman Begins? But it has that different style too. It's really awesome. Looking forward to Batman versus, what is it, Superman versus Batman, or Batman versus Superman? I think it's Batman versus Superman. But I'm looking forward to that movie coming out. So yeah, so awesome game. Definitely pick it up. All right, next we have Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick. Love this film. This is just a list of war films that I really like, and this I will put this at number 3. Really good film. Was it set during the Vietnam War? A lot of amazing scenes, especially the beginning scenes when they're in, you know, the boot camp. We have what's his name? Vincent D'Onofrio. Man, his character in the beginning, just amazing acting. He's an amazing actor still today. Like I've seen him in Daredevil on Netflix, the new Netflix series. He plays what's his name? The Kingpin. Oh my gosh, this guy. Oh, talented, very talented actor. He stole the show for me as far as this film. The rest of the film very good, very stylistic. Stanley Kubrick, very great director. Definitely glad to own. So let's see if we have any special features here. Not too many. I don't see any special features here. Actually, here we go. We have remastered in 1080p, commentary by Vincent D'Onofrio, Lee Emery, and the critic slash screenwriter Jay Cooks. New featurette, metal jacket, between good and evil, and theatrical trailer. Let me close that door. I have the music playing in the background. Got that old school 90s hip hop, De La Soul, playing in the background. But let's get back to it. All right, so moving on. That was pretty much all the features for Full Metal Jacket. Great film. Check it out if you haven't seen it. If you're into war films, specifically Vietnam War, it's pretty decent. All right, so moving on, we have a Korean film called The Yellow Sea. Amazing film. It's basically about this guy. He's in debt, and he owes money to this sort of, I guess he's like a loan shark. So in order to pay off this debt, he has to murder this businessman in I believe it's in China, right now he's in South Korea, and he has to go to China to kill this businessman, and just all these things unravel. It's kind of like that Old Boy Korean film style filming, where it's like something, this guy, he's got to kill this guy, and then things unravel. The plot thickens. It becomes a little bit more than just, that whole, was it tip above the iceberg kind of thing, where it's like you only see a little bit of the iceberg, but below there's a lot of stuff going on. This is one of those films. Action scenes are brutal, man. This specific edition, this is the Fox World Cinema. I think they cut back on some of the gory scenes. But if you get the actual, was it Korean release, or Korean release of the film on DVD or Blu Ray, you can see all those gory scenes, or you can just watch it online, and it's brutal. It's brutal. Some of these scenes are just insane. I'll put out one. Guy with a hatchet just mauls a group of like gangsters, kind of like Old Boy, but it's 10 times gory. I haven't watched this version because I know Fox World Cinema, this is Fox's release of it on DVD. They kind of cut some of the stuff out. So I'm going to look forward to seeing I kind of want to see what they cut out. Yeah, definitely check it out. If you're into Korean films, definitely check out Yellow Sea. What's the title say? Yellow Sea. Across the Yellow Sea, a hunter becomes the hunted. Definitely check it out. Moving on. Oh, one of my favorite war films of all time. This is Apocalypse Now. This is the 2-disc special edition. This includes both Apocalypse Now and Apocalypse Now Redux. I can't say anything more about this film. I love it so much. It's more than just a war film. It's an idea. There's just so many. It feels. Oh my gosh, it's hard to put words into this, but this film is like. It's more than just a war film. I'll just put it like that. It's more than just a war film. It gets dark, man. It makes you question beliefs, ideas. It's one of those films that's really encapsulates that period in time. Big history buff. Just like high school, college, I really got into all these different types of wars that happened throughout history, and this felt very true to what was going on in Vietnam. Very amazing film. Let me just read off the special features. Let's see. We have over 9 hours of bonus features. Conversation with Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Sheen, interview with John Milius by Francis Ford Coppola, Fred Roos, casting of Apocalypse, Never Foreseen, complete Francis Ford Coppola interview with Roger Ebert, the 2001 Cannes Film Special. Excuse me. Original 1983 theater recording of Heart of Darkness featuring Orson Welles, Monkey Sepan, Lost Scene, Destruction of Kurt's Compound, and just a ton of special features. A lot. I would read off this entire list, but it it would take some time. Definitely scoop it up. This is the Tuesday special edition. If you're a fan of the film, definitely cop it. It's awesome. Love it. Love that slip too, man. Beautiful. All right, moving on. We have. I'll just pop these two up. We have Blade 1 and Blade 2 on Blu-ray. Started it all. I know they say the X-Men started the whole Marvel, good Marvel films being adapted. But to me, it started with Blade. Blade started it, people. Love these films. Wesley Snipes at his best. Awesome film. Both films. Very good. I'm not going to spend too much time. Let me just go into the special features. Audio commentary. This is for Blade 1. Audio commentary by cast and crew. Featurettes La Magra, design of Blade, the origins of Blade, a look at Dark Comics, and the Blood Tide theatrical trailer. Yeah, awesome. A lot of stuff in here. Lengthy special features in this one. All right, moving on. We have Blade 2. This is special features include audio commentary by Guillermo del Toro, director's notebook, interactive menus, images, scans. Guillermo del Toro's private notebook. It's like an interactive notebook that Guillermo del Toro sort of created for the designs of the vampires in the film. It's really cool. It's really awesome. Moving on, we have Blade 2 Blood Brothers featurette with David Goyer. Moving on, we have audio commentaries by director Guillermo del Toro and producer Peter Frankfurt, Wesley Snipes, and David Goyer. The Blood Pack, the collection of documentaries on the making of Blade 2. And we have deleted and alternate scenes with director. And lastly, here we have a music video by Cypress Hill and Ronnie Size, Child of the Wild West, art galleries, trailers, and much more. Love it. Love these two films. Hate the third one. The third one was garbage. Awful. Just completely awful. Glad down. Alright. Next we have another war film. Stretch it out. We have Platoon. Another Vietnam war film. Starring was it Charlie Sheen? Yeah, Charlie Sheen. They what's his name? Oh my gosh, how did I not know his name? William Dafoe, people. William Dafoe. Interesting thing, was it Martin Sheen was in Apocalypse Now, and his son which was a Vietnam War film. And then we have Platoon with Charlie Sheen. He's in a Vietnam War film such as Platoon. It's interesting how father and son are sort of going. I'm not sure if this was one of his first films too. I could look back at that. But interesting. Moving on. Going into whatever. Great film. Great film. This is probably my second favorite war film. Yeah, love it. Oliver Stone definitely encapsulates that point in important history. We'll just get into special features. We have audio commentary by Oliver Stone. Audio commentary by military advisor Dale Dye. Deleted scenes. Flashback of platoon. Snapshots of 1967 to 1968. Creating the NAM. Raw Wounds. Legacy of Platoon. Documentaries. One War. Preparing Non. Vignettes. Caputo and the 7th Fleet. Die training method of Gordon Gekko. So, get a lot of stuff in here, man. A lot of special features, great film, a lot of memorable moments, like the scene where William Dafoe is being, chased down by Vietnam soldiers, and he just goes like, gets shot up. Man, harsh, very harsh. But it's one of those memorable moments. The music too, a lot of just intense scenes, villagers being shot. And it's an intense film. Great film. Definitely check it out, Platoon. Alright, then we have another war film, but this is from Korea. This is called The Admiral, Roaring Currents. The main character, if you've ever seen Old Boy, he's pretty much the main character in this film. It's based on a true story about this general admiral who, he has like, I think 2 or 3 or 4 ships. Let me see. Let me read off. All right. Okay. So, in the year 1597, when Joseon dynasty faces the imminent ruin by the Japanese, disgraced Admiral Yi Sun-shin is summoned as the last resort to lead the kingdom's remaining 12 ships and an army of doubtful soldiers against the emperor's 330 strongest fleet. Okay, so this is on that what's it called? 300? 300 sort of vibe, where this dude, 12 ships, Korean vessels, take on 330 Japanese warships, and dude slaughters every single one of them. One of the best naval battle scenes I've ever seen, and this goes even beyond Pirates of the Caribbean and all that stuff. Even in effects, people. Even in effects. This film, oh my gosh, I can't remember how much, but I think the film cost around 10 million? I think it was 10 million. It was in the millions. It was like between, I would say, let's just say I can't remember the exact, 1 million, between 1 million and I would say about 10 million, this film cost. And the effects outshined Pirates of the Caribbean, which I think cost like $100 million something dollars. So, amazing war battle. Oh my gosh, this film, people, if you haven't seen it, watch it. Your mouth will drop. The beginning scenes is sort of, it has a slow beginning, but when it gets to that battle, whoo, gory. Oh my gosh. There's this scene where where the admiral, he takes about 5 cannons, ties them together. Once the ship comes up towards them, or the enemy ship comes up towards them, blows them away. It's one of the most outrageous scenes I've ever seen in just any type of naval battle or any type of war, film, where they just go crazy. They go video game style. Awesome film. Awesome film. Check it out. Korea is killing it with these films. All right. Oh, special features. I'm about to skip this. All right, bonus features. You have highlights. You have the Admiral, the teaser, and you have the Admiral trailer. Not too many special features, but it's worth it. Especially on Blu-ray. I can't wait. I saw this, streaming and stuff like that online, but I can't wait to see this on Blu-ray, especially on the 4K. Ooh, it's gonna look gorgeous. It's gonna look very gorgeous. All right, moving on. All right. Next we have triple feature. We have Austin Powers triple feature. This is Austin Powers, the International Man of Mystery. Austin Powers, the Spy Who Shagged Me. Austin Powers, the Gold Member. Grew up on this, man. This is, I love these films. Funny stuff. Still holds up. My favorite one is the first one. The first one is just comedic gold. The second film, Spy Who Shagged Me. Very nice. We have, what's her name? Heather Graham. Very nice. And the third one, not so good. Just, they had to do a trilogy. So, they just threw that one together and just shot it out and told us to accept it. But, as far as special features, it doesn't include it on the back, but I think I've sort of checked them out each individually, and they pretty much have all the special features that you can get. Like, if you bought these separately, you would get those same special features on this triple pack for each individual movie. So, awesome. Glad to own. Next we have Delta Force, Chuck Norris, Chucky, killing it. Yeah, man, this is a cool film, man. It's kind of controversial too. I remember watching this documentary about the company that made this film. Gosh, what are they called? Canon Films. They made all those cheesy 80s films back in the day. Cheesy 80s and 90s films back in the day. They had like this huge contract with Chuck Norris, so they were like shelling out all these Chuck Norris's films, and dope. This is a dope film, and love it. As far as special features, not that much stuff on here. I don't think there's any special features. They don't even have a trailer on here, but it was cheap. It was like, I think it was like $4. Love it, man. Motorcycle. Took notice of that motorcycle. It's got like the rocket launcher and stuff. Awesome. All right, moving on. We have War Games 80s. Yeah, Matthew Broderick, Dabby Coleman, John Wood, and Ali Sheedy. She's so hot. Really, if you're a computer nerd, you're gonna love this film because it takes you way back to the basics. You know, the back in the day when it came to the internet, you know, it was just prehistoric, man. It was raw. But this is a good film. This is one of those sort of is I think it's within the realm of the whole sort of Cold War kind of era. Is it cold? No, it's not Cold War, is it? No, it's not Cold War. What am I talking about? Is it Cold War? I think it's Cold War. Yeah, the Cold War era. Just dealing with hacking. This kid, he ends up he ends up communicating with this program. His program basically initiates this war game between the United States and I think it was like Russia or something. I think it was Russia, and pretty much starts this war between both countries by setting off these nukes. Everything's been sort of in this particular world. Everything's sort of been taken from people actually pressing down on the button to send those nukes over to this actual computer system that is pretty much controlling all of these systems as far as launching these nukes and stuff. And this guy, Matthew Broderick, he's like a computer geek and stuff like that. He ends up initiating or pretty much, how do you say it? He initiates this war program, and they're basically trying to stop it because at this point the United States and I think it's like Russia, they they don't realize that it's a computer game. They think that they're trying to send nukes at each other, but really it's this computer system that was, you know, created. But anyways, good 80s movie. A lot of cheesiness. Awesome. Moving on, we have Perfect Storm. Wow, I have not seen this movie. When it came out, what was it, around 2000? It was big time, based on a true story. You had Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney, about these sailors, no, not sailors, fishermen, that end up, you know, getting caught up in the storm, and it's just like intense. Amazing film. That there's some tear-jerking moments in this. Special effects are interesting. I mean, there's certain scenes where, well, okay, I'll say it like this: when they're fishing, like there's a scene where they're fishing out in the nighttime, and you can see the background, and you can totally tell it's like green screen. It's just like fake, and it doesn't look that good. But when it starts getting intense with the storm coming, and oh man, it holds up. It still holds up. Great film. Let me read off special features. Special features, you have 3 dynamic documentaries. HBO First Look, Witness to the Storm, recollections of the 1991 events inspired by the book, creating an emotion, composer James Horner at work. 3 commentaries, one by the director Wolfgang Peterson, author Sebastian Junger, visual effects, supervisor Stefan Fangamier, and visual effects producer Helen Osterberg-Elswit. And moving on, you have Yours Forever photo montage, theatrical trailer. Really good film. These documentaries are really awesome because you get to meet a lot of the. This is based on a true story. You get to meet a lot of the people who some of the characters sort of base their personalities on and stuff like that, and just the real life people who they're portraying on in the film. They you get to meet them. You get to meet their family members who lost. Spoilers. Spoilers. I'll just leave it at that. Alright, so dang, I should have said spoilers. Anyways, moving on. Alright, we have Never Ending Story. Grew up on this, people. Love this film. Jeez. So much imagination, man. Back in the day. It's just today's films don't have this. They don't have this kind of magic. We were lucky. Gosh, I love this film. Let's just move on to this. What are the special features? I don't think there are special features. No, I don't think there is. I think there is a anniversary edition of this that contains a lot of special. I don't think there are any special features. I gotta check this out. I gotta make sure. I'm not gonna send it back. I've had it for a month or so. So I think there's special features on here, but it's a great film, people. If you haven't seen this, it still holds up. A lot of the effects are practical puppetry. Hey guys, sorry, the camera's storage capacity ran out. So let's move on. Just got 2 more left. Alright, so ending here we have Gremlins 2, The New Batch. Love this film, man. So many good memories. It's to me, it's like Gremlins on steroids. They totally, it was totally a parody of the first one. Not so much a horror driven as the first one. It was more sort of laid back, kind of campy, funny. But loved it nonetheless. Love it probably just as much as the first film. But anyways, let's move on. Special features, we have over 20 minutes of not seen footage in theaters, behind the scenes, documentary, commentary by the director Joe Dante. what is Joe Dante doing, man? I haven't seen any of his work lately. Is he still doing movies and stuff? Because he knocked this one out of the park. This one and a couple other movies. Back in was it like the 90s and 80s and stuff. So moving on, we have so commentary by director Joe Dante, Zach Gilligan. That guy still looks exactly how he did back in the day. Like he does not age. For some reason. Writer Charlie Haas and producer Michael Fennell. And moving on, we have the gag reel, alternate home video sequence, and theatrical trailer. Love this film once again. Gremlins still holds up. Those classics, man, those 80s and 90s classics, they still hold up. It's going to be hard to say if some of these films, that have come out, recently are going to, stand the test of time like those will, but we'll see. Alright, now last but not least, we have an anime series. This is Deadman Wonderland. I would say it's sort of like Hunger Games meets some supernatural film. I'm trying to think, like Hunger Games with the whole supernatural aspect. I would say it's like Hunger Games meets X-Men, something like that. So yeah, Hunger Games meet like the X-Men Institute. Think of if that was like a prison and the kids, instead of learning, they're like fighting each other. That's what this anime is about. Awesome. Got a good deal on this, and this was like it was like $10. I think it retails about like $20 for the entire series. Episodes. How many episodes is on here? I think it's about like maybe 15 episodes. Anyways, a lot of gore, a lot of blood. Once again, the main character is a story about he's like a student. He ends up getting framed for this murder. Some supernatural event happens, and all his classmates get killed during like the daytime and stuff like that. So he's framed. He has to go to this prison called Deadman Wonderland. And basically in this prison, there's like tons of kids. They obtain these special, powers or something that sort of combine their blood. Basically, they can do all these crazy, X-Men style mutant superpower stuff with their blood, like literally like turn like blood into like tentacles and stuff like that. And it's gruesome. It's awesome, gruesome, cool. It's very gory indeed. A lot of action. Can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things. Yeah, so definitely going to check it out. If you guys have seen this particular anime series, definitely tell me what you think. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that. I also want to hear your thoughts on just all the films films and TV show. No, just films that I've sort of mentioned there. Yeah, so guys, it's glad I'm so happy to be back. Definitely more to come. A lot of more pickups in the future. Need to save some money too, but hey, yeah, you work hard to spend more and all this other stuff, So anyways, moving on. Good to see you guys. Shout outs to the whole community, man. It's good to see you guys are still doing your videos too. I'm checking you all out. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good recommendations. So anyways, guys, this is Harry Hick Jr. signing off. Take it easy.